family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sharon Shagiri and this is Cooking with Shani, where we talk about cooking ideas for the common African kitchen, lifestyle, diet, and of course improving our self-esteem in the kitchen. For new guests today, kindly subscribe to my channel and give my video a like to help me grow. For my returning subscribers, thank you for tuning in again. Ensure your notification bell is always on so that you don't miss out on any video that I upload. Today, I'm preparing a dish of its own class, and that is chicken biryani. I love preparing this dish for my dear ones during the festive season, and whatever I'm having before you can serve 8 to 10 people. So without wasting a lot of time, I will go ahead to let you know about my ingredients today. You need 1 full chicken, 1.5 kilos of rice. The brand that I prefer is Sunrice basmati. You can get it at Naivas. If you cannot afford Sunrice basmati, you can get yabal brand or hamza at your local grocery stores. Don't forget the names, yabal and hamza. You also need 1,000 grams of fermented milk, commonly known as maziwa lala, and this value pack is my best brand. You also need 1 large lemon. You need 1/2 kg of onions chopped. You need 1 green pepper chopped. You need 1 large carrot chopped. You need 4 large tomatoes chopped. You need 3 large Irish potatoes chopped and colored. Today I choose to color my potatoes orange. You also need some cinnamon sticks. You need 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. You need 1 tablespoon of garam masala. Here is garam masala. You need 1 tablespoon of pilau masala. You need 100 grams of raisin. You also need 1 tablespoon of royco mchuzi mix. You need 1 teaspoon of ginger. Here. You need 1 teaspoon of garlic. You also need assorted food colors, and I'm using orange, egg yellow, and green today. You also need salt to taste, and of course you need oil, and a good amount of oil, up to 1/2 liter. So welcome and cook with me. To start us off, I will heat oil in a pan as I am doing right now, and as the oil is heating up, I will blend my tomatoes, green pepper and carrots to get 1 uniform paste that we'll later be using in the cooking. The 1/2 liter of oil in the pan will be used to fry my onions here and also my colored Irish potatoes. So stay tuned. I will add a little bit of water to make my blending easier. If you don't have a blender, you can as well grate your carrots and your green pepper and your tomatoes, but it's not very necessary. You can still chop them and add them to your biryani and still have a very beautiful outcome. Amazing. Now we have our blend that we'll be later using to cook biryani, and it's time to deep fry my onions. This is a very crucial step in preparing biryani. If your onions turn out bad, then your biryani will be bitter and you will not even admire to have it. So ensure your onions are just well caramelized with a light brown color. I will repeat myself, a light brown color. And it takes a microsecond for your onions to turn from a beautiful light brown to something very unpleasant. So see you there. These are my onions at 2 minutes. It's also good to know that some onions caramelize before others. So whatever you see has browned so well, feel free to remove it and let the other onions cook. This process takes about 6 to 8 minutes on medium heat. At 4 minutes, my onions are doing so well. I think I have about a minute or two to serve my onions. Then add my colored Irish potatoes. Pay close attention to the beautiful color I'm having. I'm just about, in a minute or so, I'll be taking my onions out of this oil. So all these were just preparations before we started the cooking. As you can see, my onions are looking so nice. And when you touch them, they actually have a crispy feel. That's how you know you have caramelized your onions so well. And part of these onions will be used for the stew, and part of the onions will also be used to garnish the rice and give it a unique taste. My potatoes are also doing so well. I feel like patting them on the back, but then I remember they don't have backs. So you ensure the outer coating is crispy to prevent the water that will be used in the stew, or the liquid part of the stew, from seeping in and making our potatoes soggy. I will start by heating my oil in a pan, and to know that your oil is hot enough to start cooking, you use your cooking stick. When you immerse it in the oil and you see bubbles, as you can see, you know that your oil is ready. So I will add my teaspoon of ginger into this oil. I will also add my teaspoon of garlic. I will add my tablespoon of garam masala and my tablespoon of pilau masala. And I will stir everything until it is brown and fragrant. The smell here is so amazing. The aroma, not the smell. I am preparing this under low heat, and the moment everything browns so well, I will now add my chicken pieces. Once the chicken is ready and everything is stirred, we add 1 tablespoon of royco mchuzi mix. Ensure to use medium heat. Once your royco has mixed so well, add your blended tomatoes, green pepper and carrots. Cooking biryani is so easy. It's one of the easiest things to do. It's all about adding. The only difficult part is caramelizing the onions. Let it simmer a bit. After simmering for 2 minutes, we will now add a tablespoon of tomato paste. I'll be sure to lower my heat so that this mixture does not splash on me until I cover it. So I add my tomato paste, a whole tablespoon, and I stir. I will then add my 1000 grams of my sour milk. I will then add my lemon juice squeezed from my 1 large lemon. If you don't have 1 large lemon, please use 2 medium-sized lemons. And I will top it up all with a tablespoon of salt. So we keep stirring to ensure everything is mixing so well. I will then add my potatoes. I will then take half of my onions, crush them, and add them to the stew. Just crush with your hands. They should be able to crush so well. Mix everything up. From here, I will cover my stew and let it boil under medium heat for 30 minutes. See you then. But occasionally remember to check on your pot by occasionally turning it so that you do not have any spices sticking on the bottom of your pot. Let's get to preparing the rice. I will add salt in my cooking pot, then a few sticks of cinnamon, I just ensured my water is more than the amount of water I need to cook rice, because at some point we will drain off the water from the rice so that we garnish our rice. So we really don't need it to cook and stick together. That is the essence of adding more water than is required. Meanwhile, keep checking on your stew. As you can see, my rice water is almost ready, so I will remove the cinnamon sticks. And at this point, I will add in my rice. I will have my rice cooking until it has softened and ready to eat. Then I will drain the excess water and start the garnishing process. At this point, my rice has just cooked the way I want. I will be using this dish with holes to drain excess water from my rice. Then we will proceed from there. After draining the water, I will put this rice in a separate dish. Then we will start garnishing using an empty pot. Follow me. As you can see, I'm done with the straining. You can literally pick my rice one by one. And this is the water that I have gotten from my rice. And this is the strainer that we used. Next, I'll be garnishing the rice. In this garnishing process, you do not need heat initially. So you can do everything offline, away from the heat. The heat comes in later. So we will add oil to the pan and ensure that it is sticking to all our sides of the pan, that way. Then we will add our rice. You may also add some oil on the sides of your pan using a pastry brush like I am doing to prevent sticking. It's just that my pan is still hot, so that's why you see it simmering, but this process is completely done off the heat. After doing this, you will then add the remaining fried onions. Also divide them into two because you still need some for the stew and you leave some for the garnishing. So this is what I'm using for the garnishing. This is what I will add onto the stew. So you add a bit of onions that way, just a little bit. Then you add the raisins. Then you add some oil. So you will repeat this process until your rice is done. So again, I add my rice. A bit of my onions. And raisins and oil. It's at this point that I will now consider adding my food colors. So I have green. I'll just make patches whereby each color will get 2 points. I will then have orange, and this will be followed by yellow. Once this is done, I will cover my rice and let it cook on the lowest heat for 10 minutes. Then this rice will be ready for serving. And I also believe at that time, my stew will be ready. See you then. And so finally, friends, my food is ready and we shall begin with the rice. It has a very beautiful flavor. I mean, just look at this. Just look at how lovely that pot of rice is looking like. I will move to my biryani. Look at my stew. Just look at my stew. For biryani, I will add these onions, but I will first crush them for a better flavor. They are just meant to add flavor. So I will add like that. And mix. The purpose of the fermented milk is to act as a meat tenderizer. It ensures our chicken is fully cooked through. So this is just very ready for serving. And on the other hand, for my rice, I will mix it up so that the mixture of the food color and the white parts of the rice will look like a beautiful flower when we serve. So friends, as it is our norm, this is presentation time. My biryani is ready to eat. I decided not to garnish this food because the rice is already super garnished. I even don't want to say so many things to you because this food is screaming, feast on me, feast on me. I hope you've learned something new today. If you do like my content, please give me a like. See you in my next video. Bye.